on Twitch and on Google Meet, and we are doing a community follow-up and Q&A today. That's what we are doing. So welcome to this stream. A few updates from the community. There are a few things going on. We just had a board meeting yesterday. We are trying to hammer out all the details that comes with the territory when you do a transition from one management to the other. 2020 was a really bad year for the community with the pandemic, right? One would think that the pandemic wouldn't affect a distributed team the way it did with Agile Ventures, but unfortunately, there are things in the real world that are affected were affected by the pandemic, and also consequently affected the community itself. Among others, some of the core members of the community got into some personal things that they needed to focus on, and things here at the Agile Ventures community got simply not done. So we were rebooting this community at the moment. We're rebooting the community, and I can tell you that I was appointed to sit at the helm, which I thank the board a lot for the privilege and the trust they put in me. And I have been active in this community in the beginning of its existence, but also later on. Now that as we go into 2021, I wanted to get back into this action and try to do whatever I can do to revitalize this organization. And we've been making progress. I already spoken to you about the initiatives we do on the community website, getting it into a better state. That is behind us. Thank you very much, Piotr and Nick, for contributing to that, and of course Mike taking care of things for us. We are about to launch new initiatives in different areas, but the first one, the one that I want to talk to you about today, is the summer camp of 2021 that is codenamed Work the Web. That is the name of the course. It's going to be a 9-week long instructor-led training program covering web technologies and more. So we just set the dates for this initiative, so mark those dates. July 6th will be the start date. It's a Tuesday, and then we will end this whole thing at September 2nd, but we will have an online graduation with project presentations and a graduation ceremony on Saturday, September the 4th. And there are 10 spots in this training program for active participation, but also we will be making the whole thing available to anyone who would like to be part of this and to audit the course and go through the entire curriculum. So during weekdays we will have two coach-led sessions for 1.5 hours with a small break in the middle. That will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're going to do this at 5:30 p.m. UTC. And we set this 5:30 p.m. UTC initially because we want to cover the Americas, Europe and African continent, but also Asia. And we do operate in different time zones. We are having a discussion whether 5:30 is okay, because I think we can lose out on some Asian people that might find this a little too late at night. Definitely Australia, and some others would find it hard. So nothing is set in stone yet. Preliminary, we will run this on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30. We'll see about that, if that needs to change. Now, on weekends, we will have our assistant coaches. We'll talk a little bit more about those people. Run support sessions or co-study sessions. It's going to be a 2-hour session. I will be there from time to time, but other than that, my assistant coaches will be running this, and that's also going to be around 5:30 p.m. UTC. If that works out, we'll see. So July the 6th, it's around, I don't know, a month from now, almost a month. We will kick this off. If you feel that you would like to be part of this, please do submit a short, very short application explaining to us who you are, why you want to learn about web technologies, what you want to do with this new knowledge, and send this out to applications@agileventures.org. It's an email address that will forward this to the appropriate people in our organization. So please do that. I would appreciate it a lot. And I already have quite a few applications. We will be making a selection and so on. So tell us a little bit about yourself, why this is a good thing or good opportunity for you in your opinion, and what you want to do with this, and join us in the Work the Web Summer Camp 2021. It's going to be a blast, people. It's going to be a blast. Another piece of interesting news is that Agile Ventures goes live on Twitch. Well, you guys are on Twitch, or you're watching this on YouTube. Who knows? Now, historically, streaming has played a very vital role in the history of or the existence of Agile Ventures as a community, because as in our process, we've always had live coding and live participation in coding sessions as an integrated part of everything we do. We call it an open process or open learning process, but basically from day one, back in 2013 or 12 also, we used Google Meet or Google Hangouts to bring developers from across the world together and code. And those sessions were often, or I would say always, recorded and then uploaded to YouTube. Now we have since lost access to a channel. Unfortunately, there was some mismanagement of that channel, and it was set up in a private account of a person that is no longer with the community, for good or for bad. But we will dig them up. The world has moved on since, and Twitch has emerged as the platform for streaming. Mostly gaming, but there is a lot of technology streams going on Twitch, and we find this extremely interesting. I've been personally streaming for 2 months, something, basically doing what I do. I sometimes deliver lectures to my students, and I take the opportunity to stream them as well, or I just do my usual stuff, which is coding. I love to code, and I love to learn about new stuff and new technologies. So I just happen to, press the streaming button and make sure that I interact with my audience. And the audience is growing slowly but steadily, and I'm very, very happy about this. And I have this vision of us here at Agile Ventures to create a team on Twitch where we can gather our members and where we can support them in streaming, co-host each other, do things as a community on Twitch. We're a long way from that stage yet. At this point, we have 3 channels that are under the the Agile Ventures umbrella, and that would be my channel, of course. Then we were very happy to announce that a good friend of ours and a member, Anya, a very successful streamer, she is now a part of our community sponsorship package for streamers, um, and we're very happy about that. And then of course we have Agile Ventures, uh, the channel for the community itself that is a little bit dormant yet, but it was created a few years back actually. But the goal is to reactivate that channel and stream more of these events, like the one that you are looking at the moment, um, on that particular channel. So make sure you subscribe to, of course, Arcania and of course Agile Ventures if you can, um, and and um, uh, and follow our streams. Basically, that's what we want to do. So streaming will become an integrated part of everything we do, which brings us back actually to the Work the Web summer camp, because as I mentioned before, we will have 10 students actively participating in this course, but it will be made available for everyone to audit if you want to do that. And one way of auditing that would be to look, join the streamed sessions, because these coach-led the training sessions on weekdays, on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, and also the ones that we will be running on weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays, will be streamed live. There's nothing stopping you from joining those sessions as well. So I think it's going to be a blast. Raisin, how you doing? Good day. Nice of you to pop into this community follow-up. And I'm just talking a little bit about the Summer Camp 2021. I know you and I have been discussing this in chat. I hope to see your application coming through, if possible, if you're into that. Yeah, we all have to work. We have to put food on the table. I think Kastras put it very elegantly in Arcania's chat, saying that he needs to cut down on work so we can watch more streaming sessions. That's one way to look at it. We all have to work. We all have to work. I will upload this, of course, to YouTube, so this session will be there as well. Now, one thing that I think is really interesting in this thing is that we just got rated from Arcania. Well, thank you very much. With 34 peeps, that's awesome. Welcome everyone. You caught me a little bit off guard there. I'm just making a push for our Work the Web Summer Camp 2021 course that we just set the start date and the end date to. And I'm talking a little bit about how we will be delivering this and what things we will be covering. And I was also telling our audience that we are, as a community, as Agile Ventures, we're making a strategic push to increase the numbers among our members that are streaming technology sessions, and I'm looking forward to that. And I was mentioning that I'm happy to welcome you into the fold of sponsored streamers that Agile Ventures is happy to support. For those of you, I mean, most of you know Anya. She's a fantastic person, encouraging to others, hardworking on her own skills. And for us here at Agile Ventures, she represents everything and all the values that we would like to convey to the community and build our community upon. So, I'm very, very happy and honored to have you as a colleague. So what will we be dealing with on the Work the Web Summer Camp? Well, it's all about web technologies from a take that is more professional than just hobby programming. We want to move beyond tutorials or small projects and hacking things together, but rather look at software development from a professional perspective. And for us here at Agile Ventures, I would say that taking or focusing on agile methodologies to start with is the way to go. And I will not go into too deep what agile is all about at this stage, but one of the core characteristics is incremental and iterative design um, of software. So we will look closely into that. We will look at the software as a service delivery model where we have distributed applications instead of installed apps on your desktop, for instance, as it was back in the days when I was young. Everything is in the cloud nowadays, of course, and we want to adopt to that. So we're going to go a lot over the HTTP protocols, how web applications are being built up and how they work. We will look into backend development using Node.js and potentially even Ruby on Rails to build RESTful APIs. We might touch upon GraphQL, who knows? And we will, of course, focus on the things that people see and how they consume our applications, and that is the front end. We will be using React.js for that particular course, but we might also touch upon Vue, of course. Ember came up today as an interesting framework, and Svelte might also come up, and so on. Just so we can get a basic understanding of the myriad of opportunities and the palette of frameworks and libraries that is available to us when we work on front-end applications. And apart from all of this, we will bump up the complexity even more because we will be covering automated tests and how to ensure good quality in the code that you are delivering using testing. And of course, best practices. There is this idea of not only doing things but also doing it good. So we're going to try to follow that as much as we can. So the coach team will be me. Shameless self-promotion. I will be the head coach. I'm very happy to have Anya with me as an assistant coach, and then of course Mike from Agile Ventures will be the third person of our small team. This is the first run of this Work the Web camp that we will be delivering. Hopefully not the last one. We want to run this as a pilot, gather some experiences, see what worked, what didn't work, what we can improve, and so on, and then run this again this fall or winter 21-22. We'll see. On Tuesdays and on Thursdays, we will have instructor-led training sessions. On weekends, we will have Anya have a great lunch, of course. Bon appetit. On weekends, we will have instructor-led support sessions where we will go over what we went over and go over obstacles, quick Q&As, and so on, right? I do for a living run a coding boot camp in Sweden. So we have a learning management platform in my company, so we will use that platform to deliver course materials. So you don't have to deal with any books or anything you need to purchase. Everything will be delivered digitally. So that's going to be a good thing, I think. We will assess your progress. So don't jump into this course unless you really want to learn. We will do 2 exams during those 9 weeks and 1 final exam that will be like a quality assessment of how far you've reached into this program and how much you learned. There will be a final project, a capstone project, with everything that comes into play when you work on a project, with planning, implementing your code, DevOps, delivering it, and so on. We will be issuing certificates, and since a lot of the curriculum will be based on course materials from Craft Academy will be mentioned on the certificate, and then of course Agile Ventures. But more importantly, me, Anya, and Mike will sit down and have a discussion about every single of our students that are there, in the active students group, and we will issue letters of recommendation for each and every one of the participants, which I know by experience is very useful when you go out to look for work or for employment. Another thing that we don't mention in this overview, you can read all about this on our website. So I will just send you guys a link here. Now, one thing that we don't mention here is a little bit of a background strategy with all of this. Now, among those 10 people that we wish to, to enroll and give active support to, not only the ones that are auditing the course on the side, but the girls and boys that will be part of this initiative. We would like some of you to commit to Agile Ventures as a charity, and next time when we run another iteration of the Work the Web camp, we would like you to become teaching assistants, because you see, if we can accomplish that, then I think that we can bump up the attendance attendance count much. So instead of 10 people, we could potentially train 20 people or 30 people, right? And then we can truly make an impact on the world. I think that is really, really important. But if you want to do the big things in life, you have to do the small things, right? So I say, let's start with this first pilot and see where it takes us. So, Work the Web Summer Camp 2021, that's the latest initiative from Agile Ventures. If you feel that this is something for you, if you want to apply, like Raisin, thank you, screw it, I'm applying today. Do not put your thesis on hold, but hopefully you can balance that. But if you want to have a go at this, send us an email on applications@agileventures.org and enroll. And the three of us, the coaches, Anya, me, and Mike, will sit down, look at every application, perhaps reach out to you on Slack or email, and have a chat with you. And on September 6th at 17:30 UTC, we will kick this off. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask here in chat or on using email. Now, if you navigate to agileventures.org, you can sign up to our community. It's free, doesn't cost you anything unless you want it to cost. There is a possibility to become a paid member, but you do not have to do that if you don't want to. Now, once you sign up, you will get an invitation link to our Slack channel. So we're running a Slack instance, and there's a general channel, and everything that comes with Slack generally is right there. A lot of information is being conveyed in through Slack. So don't hesitate to enroll in that. And there are some other channels for some projects or some initiatives that we're running and so on. So you can find your way around. We are looking into integrating this with Discord one way or another, but I'm not into the bot making business yet, but I know Raisin you are, so perhaps we can have a look at that at some point to kind of connect Slack that is traditionally used in all IT, among many IT professionals, and Discord that I know is very popular on Twitch. So I don't know, we'll see. But if you sign up for Agile Ventures, you can definitely get into the action on Slack and see what's going on. We have a new members channel also where we have a lot of information for new sign-ups or new people, the people that have recently signed up. So go ahead and do that. On our website, you can also find this thing, upcoming events. I want to show you this, and here you can see a calendar. You can navigate a little bit in this calendar, and you can see here in this list the things that are upcoming in the nearest day. So I'm running this community follow-up and Q&A. The people over at a project that is called SHF, they have a meeting on Thursday at 1800 Central European Summertime. Mike is going to run an algorithms mob session. It's an interesting thing, and so on. You can read about the things that are happening in the community. There's another thing I want to show you. If you join the community, you become a part of a community that spans across the globe. We built this map a while back to showcase. We are querying our database and pulling up the location of all our members and attributing them to every country. And there are some white spots. For instance, apparently we do not have any members in Greenland, and parts of the Central Africa and Mauritania are also not covered by Agile Ventures yet. And I also see that we do not have any members in Turkmenistan. But other than that, we do have members all over the place, and that is truly amazing. And I've been in pair programming sessions where I sit in Gothenburg in Sweden, and I had a developer in Palestine, for instance. I remember this session, another one in India, and one in North America, right? And we were all working on the same code base, on the same project, and on the same feature. So, at the same time, pair programming, using version control GitHub to git pong or ping pong our code between each other. And that's truly remarkable that you can work with people across the globe, and across cultural differences, time zone differences, and all of that stuff. And that is why I am into this community. And if you want to get involved in developing things for the community, if you're a coder, then definitely tap into this project, the project that is codenamed Website 1. That is the website that you are currently looking at. You can see a lot of the projects being listed here on our projects page, and if we click on Website 1, this is the thing. Right, apparently the About page has not been updated in a while, so we're gonna have to do that as well. That's a bit embarrassing, but again, for those of you who missed the beginning of this stream, the community was hit rather hard in 2020, with a lot of core members have to move on to other endeavors because of work and then changed life situations. So we're in the process of rebooting Agile Ventures. So internally we call this AV 2.0. And I was graciously selected to lead that work by the board of trustees, and we are an official charity organization registered with the Charity Commission in Britain and Wales. So we are, we're not just a bunch of guys. We have an official standing. So I'm very happy about that. Right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If not, make sure that you go over to agileventures.org and sign up for our service. You can sign up using your GitHub account or I think Google. Yeah, I think you can also use Google on this one. Right. That's the one. Cake, not cake. That's a very nice handle. I ask myself that question every day, and I usually rule toward cake, to be honest. Which also, now you can't see this because I'm not showing my full upper body, but my belly has started growing a little bit. How you doing, Cake? Hope you're doing fine. Welcome to the stream. We're just talking a little bit about Agile Ventures community and what we can do. And I spent quite a lot of time telling people about the Work the Web camp and also our new strategy to increase our visibility and start streaming a little bit more, which is definitely something that I would encourage you guys to do if you want to become active in the community. And if you want to stream more, very much as Anya is doing and I am doing or trying to do right now, uh, um, then you can definitely reach out to us and we'll be happy to help one way or another. I think your granny is totally right. Big belly is a sign of a happy life or a cardiac arrest. Or anyway, I don't know. You could definitely interpret that in one way or another. Ladies and gentlemen, one one thing that I just want to push for, they are not mutually exclusive. You can be very happy and end up in a hospital. Absolutely. I totally agree. If you go over to GitHub and look for Agile Ventures as an organization, you can also see that all our code, everything we do is open sourced. Now, the site that I was just visiting is, as I mentioned before, codenamed Website 1. So you can definitely take a look at this one. It has been around for, it's been in the works for 7 years, which is an extremely long time for a community website. And the recent update was done nine days ago. Over 96 people have been actively involved in developing this site. So this is truly not only a site that serves a community, but it's also been developed by a community, all on a voluntary basis, with people with different levels of proficiency in coding, some total new beginners, others more professional, and so on. So you can definitely check it out and see if you want to get involved one way or another. But my time is a little bit up at this point. These community follow-ups are meant to be short, 30 minutes, and we are on 32. Unless there are any questions, then I would encourage you to stick around and pay a visit to one of our great friends. Robotic Head is a developer that is building an open source project at the moment using Python and Vue. He is into test-driven development using Cypress. He's a good friend of mine, and I definitely encourage you to say hello to him and so and move on from me. I will be back in my next follow-up on Friday. So take it easy, guys. So long. Be well.